Okay, we're live. Welcome everyone around the globe. I can feel the excitement, and it's in the air, and boy, is it faces here on the panel. Welcome everyone. There's a lot of familiar faces here today. Everyone give a big wave to all those people watching across the globe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm Susan MUfreh and I have the honor and privilege of introducing the person who has brought us all together. Throughout this, remained steadfast in his vision and mission. And it's been under external and internal pressures, but consistent, loyal, and committed, bold, beautiful shared dream. What is that? His character and integrity has remained unwavered, even in difficult times. He's taught us in pruning, adjusting the sails, being fueled for purpose, and rising from the shadows to the sunrise. But you know what? Today is about moving forward. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce this man that I know, love, and trust, our founder, Mr. ASH MUfreh. Welcome, Ash. So good to see you.
Good to see you all. Thank you so much, Susie. And I am really to deliver this message to you today. It is delightful to see all of you here. What a moment in life. ASH MUfreh speaking to you today directly, personally, from the heart. Whether you're a long-time supporter or somebody who stood on the side or been just other things, or someone who's mainly just watching, unsure what's next. I want to take the opportunity to speak humility and renewed purpose. Obviously, we're point, and I believe that with all my heart, actually, Liza, it took to get here, but it's worthwhile. And I wasn't sure to say this, but I promise to talk to you with clarity and transparency all of the time. As I was preparing for these remarks and lights, I was planning to talk about this topic on this globe. I actually made a deliberate choice not to mention anything about our succeed. I thought I'm leaving that out for now. This litigation has been challenging, painful, however, lengthy. Fortunately, we have been represented by some most experienced and skilled lawyers, period. Everybody could look up who's represented. Couldn't get any better team. And under my instruction, they have defended the case vigorously. But that has taken time, attention, and resources away from our core mission. However, I've got to tell you, so encouraged by the recent developments. In fact, I'm actually pretty excited, and I look forward to being able to give you much more complete and positive updates. And not so exciting for the haters, not having a good day. And this is not what they wished for. This is probably a nightmare for them. But God is good. Say that up front, loud and clear. And what a victorious day. I will be addressed on a separate day, separate, exclusive update, live update again, possibly two, because it's a big topic, and I know you want to know more. Break it down to you with what's allowed, okay, or what's productive or meaningful to you. But I'd rather to go back on track and continue my initial plan about a few things that you want to hear. Let's begin by being comparing. This journey has not been easy for any of us. Yes, probably longer than we hoped for. We've experienced delays, we've dealt with disappointments, and yes, we've made mistakes. I did. Some of our efforts actually fell short and, not as we hoped for. But some plans and some of our production actually had to be scrapped and the ground up totally from the. And the truth is, some people we trusted were not what we thought who they are and who they were. Full responsibility, obviously, for everything that has happened under my lead. Not in shame, but with humility, one who has learned, adapted, and committed to doing better. We built something bold. And when you build something bold, the risk is bigger, but so is the potential reward. It's worth it. And I know many of you have been frustrated, some confused, and you've been waiting for a moment of clarity. That moment, crystal clear. The road ahead is very. So let's talk about the recent survey and some of the revelation and results about that. I am super excited to talk about this. Recently, we've invited you to respond and participate in a private survey. No pressure, spin, just and we needed to know, are you actually, we want to know. We want to feel, where do you stand? We know where we stand. How long are you willing to wait? You believe it's time for a new vehicle to carry out our shared mission. Now, let me tell you what we found. And what was going in my head, I'm going to share that personal thought with you. I had 3 predictions. Those who spoke with me on the side, behind the scenes, I had 3 predictions. Okay, how many people I thought would be engaged. I gave one kind of like middle of the road, and one I thought was probably overly optimistic. Okay, medium, small. Okay, or small, medium, big. But what happened next? Absolutely flawed. You didn't just meet my optimism. That's okay, but you've exceeded it. So small, medium, big, 3 times bigger than the big. I was astonished. That alone tells me loud and clear, and you believe, and you are ready forward. You are ready to move forward. You are good to go forward. Not stuck in the past. That was an eye opener. Station. I will try to share with you the exact screenshot. Okay. I conserve 90%. Some of them are 98 point something. So you can say 100% with the station. I'm totally with you. No matter how it takes, I see the vision. I agree. And if we want to succeed, we need a new vehicle. We need a new direction. We need a new way of running. And that was loud and clear. I thank you for that. And to each and every one of you who responded, you've given the mission more fuel, already pumped, as you could tell. But you've given the leadership team focus. They're motivated now and reminded us from your end, you 3 simple questions. Okay, this doesn't take a genius, and the results fully committed, and whatever timeline it takes. Okay, and obviously we need a new vehicle. That's clear. You see all of that. But we have invisible data to you that are very compelling. Number one, the number of people And here's another one. Oh, people actually took the time to reflect. And the frequency of most going to the same survey as many as times a day. It was practically a weekend and millions and millions of bugs in. Who thought this would be possible after all this time?
What's up, guys?
Here, Ash, you
Okay,
froze.
no problem.
You're back.
Are we good so far?
Your video's off.
Is not on?
It's not
Oh.
on.
No, not on.
Bit on. Okay, let me click again.
No.
Did it work?
It's
No.
not on.
Not yet.
Okay, my screen is freezing. Okay. Let it refresh. That's okay. This is live.
Yeah, what you said was so powerful. It like made everyone think.
He is coming back in shortly, everyone. Please give us a few minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay now.
that's incredible data he's sharing. Very, 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 incredible.
Are you sure somebody's not trying to hack the system?
Please turn on your mic, Mr. Mufareh.
Olivia, you need to mute yourself as well, Olivia. There you go.
Are we all good now?
Yes.
There
again.
you are.
We are.
Okay.
This is live, and things happen with the live
Freezing.
text.
Mr. Mufareh, you're coming in and out.
It's better. We can't hear you. Yep.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's actually good. Let me forgive me for this. Okay, but you may have noticed, like certain individuals who once had the visible presence with us are no longer associated with us. Don't let that distract you. Let me be very clear about this. And in general, any decision to distance ourselves from anyone, especially a public, like somebody on the surface in a way, and especially when we have publicly, it is never made lightly. I hope you would respect this. These decisions are deliberate, cautious, after thorough review of what's in the best interest of the community, not just one. But I have to protect the community. When we speak about someone's who was known or they were known publicly, and their departure it is all one goal in mind. You. It's that simple. Our priority is the health and safety of our platform, obviously, our brand and our people. That's number one priority. Nothing personal. We do believe in transparency, but we also believe in dignity. Respect that not everything needs to be shouted from the rooftop. And sometimes doing the right thing quietly is more powerful than making. I know you're going to respect my approach to this and trust our decision. What matters is this. What matters is this. We are focused. We are pruning what's no longer serving us. As we said in the O News series. And we are building with integrity. It's the bottom line. When someone doesn't align with our values and our characters, our principles, no place for us. Mainly to protect the health. We cannot have a polluted environment. The health of our community. Let's talk about the turning point now. We are obviously at a turning point, like where we come from, everything that happened, and where we're going. We are now standing on the edge of something new. We've taken a hard what worked and what didn't, and we must do differently. We are rebuilding, not just as a reboot of the old and a refurbish and just a relabel, a sticker on it. No. But as a birth of something better. Totally. Yes, we are creating a new vehicle. Than that, we are clarifying the destination. Our eyes are always on the target, on focus on the goal, dream. Because a shiny car is useless if it's not going anywhere meaningful. So we have to be clear on our purpose and our destination. Our dream has been always bold, okay? I think we all know that. Always been bold, okay? To uplift lives, to create fairness through innovation, to give people not just okay, but a true opportunity. That's what's making the difference in our journey. We're not abandoning the dream. In fact, we are doubling down on it. With more focus, with more experience, with more energy than ever. So you may not see all the details, honestly, and yet, but I promise you, behind the scenes, the wheels are turning. And more importantly, doing it differently this time. I learned not to get ahead of myself. Speaking of what we've learned, let's talk about some lessons. Here's what I learned. Okay, let me share with you. It is better to underpromise, and that's obvious, than the other way around. So we're going to be telling you more realistic updates. I'm not here to hype you up, period. Okay. Indeed, we're doing it totally different. Totally. And I'm not going to tease you or tease things up and put more light on things that don't even exist yet. Maybe they're in the pipeline or anything, but not ready yet. Just to inflate the expectations and some clever words and fancy presentations, all of it. We're not going to do that. From now on, actually, everything we build, everything we launch, everything we promise will be tested, proven, and ready to go. Period. No hype, no more guesswork, just the real things that work, that are practical, that are transparent, that are really backed up by actual value again. We will roll out our new offerings, obviously, in stages, carefully and strategically. Not going to have a wide ladder and walk with it and bump into many things. We're going to be like the edge of an arrow, so sharp and clear. Focus, start small, and then expand. If that makes sense to you. Not to keep people waiting, but to ensure that everything and every step forward is solid and secure. Stabilize, then scale. I know we've waited long enough, and you've waited. You deserve more than words. You deserve results. Because I learned early on in my life that either you can have results or excuses. You can have excuses or results. You cannot have both. I don't know if you know, but I just heard that, what's the easiest way to get to the top? And the best way to get to the top is to get off your bottom. So I am going to give them to you. I'm going to give you results, all right? I'm going to give you action. We are in action constantly, not in theory, again, in action. We are definitely indeed reforming, reorganizing, restructuring, reclaim, and what unites us and what brought us here together. In fact, what unites all of us here is our past, present, and future. What unites all of that is the shared dream that we have, that big, bold, beautiful dream that we share together. It is not about a logo or just a platform or colors or theme. It's not about fancy words or stickers or flashy things. It's only about people. It's about you. People. It's about believing that ordinary individuals, like most of us, deserve extraordinary possibilities. That dream is alive and well. And if you're listening to this, you've stayed this long, then it lives just like us. Why we can't let it go? It lives in us. All in. This is absolutely not the end of anything. Watch this. Not the end of anything. This is the rebuilding of everything. The rebuilding in a better way. So here's what I ask you. Generally, I want you to stay strong, be patient, have confidence. Don't get distracted. Let's reunite, and wonderful new things are on the way. I can assure you that. I would never, never overpromise, or I would never fail you. I pledge with all my heart, energy, breath to fight for you, to continue this journey all the way. No cap. And when they are ready, those beautiful things are on the way, not before. You are going to be the first to know. That is a priority. That's a pledge. That's a grandfathering to you. That is my responsibility. I will always give you that privilege, that advantage ahead of the rest. So have confidence. Rest assured that it's going to come to you first. You're going to know. We're building something worth being proud of, okay? More than just a business or a platform. Not for a quick win, but for a lasting success, for a legacy. You're not alone in this, obviously, okay? We're doing this together. We are in this together. And this time, we're doing it right. That's what matters. We're doing it right. We've done some pruning. I mean, I think the word is becoming popular. And we're a healthier body right now. We have a stronger foundation. And this time, we're going places. I genuinely want to thank you for believing, for staying, and thank you for giving us the chance to finish what we've started. Only better. And I appreciate all of you. I love you. I respect you. And we're not done yet. We're just getting started. I can't help myself but to talk about a quick glimpse or two to give you a sense of reality of what's happening behind the scene. When we had that survey, typically companies are going to look for services or solutions out in the market, subscribe, okay, buy a package, and just stick your questionnaire there. All right, the team heard me talking about that. They couldn't help themselves but surprising me. He said, we're creating our own survey. That's going to take time. So let's just, do that in the future. I appreciate that. I don't know if it's worth it to get distracted. No. It's done. You want to go have a test? What? You don't have a test? Okay. It was seamless. I didn't have a building, a whole presentation. I just said, survey application. It was done. Practically in a blink in IT time. Late last night, my time here, I was with the team and I mentioned to them, by the way, on tomorrow's session, we, the team is asking, and in particular, Julie is asking for recommendation to a rotator service. I said, which one do you recommend, this, that, or do you have something better? We'll let you know, okay? So we continued the topic. I'm telling you, late last night, and 3.5 hours later, are you around? Yeah. I oversleep, so yeah, please come on. So I'm kidding, but yeah, tell me what's happening. Can you hop on the meeting? I said, sure, yeah. Check this out. What? Our own rotator service, done, tested, better than anything I've seen. Yeah, no, there's no design, but the engine is slick, powerful, so strong. Click, 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 unlimited. Everything is unlimited. Talk to Julie on the side. She will talk on her live. Like, some of the applications available, they charge you by the views, by the click, by the URL. Oh, come on. And I was blown. I actually was really thinking, am I dreaming? It took hours. I can say 1.5 person, because one was on it. The other one was spotting him. I said him. Okay. Didn't take a whole entourage. It was done. Said, are you sure? Can we use it? Oh, how about this time we just use what's available, like a generic one, okay, off the market. Next time we can, no, it's good. Let's test it. I did try earlier, a couple of hours ago, to do with Julie and a couple of friends here to test it out. Apparently, I was not clicking something. I called them. They said, no, you use it. I would say, like, oh, come on, let's leave it for next time. We don't have much time. There's no glitch. There's no bug. There's a toggle I had to swipe. Okay. I just didn't do it. I think you were with me, Susie, Julie, and Red, and Chris. Like, there's something to make it auto. The percentage, I just have to swipe that. That's it. It worked like a charm. And it's working. Right now, we're using our service. Survey, rotate. What a time to be in. When our team is creating applications faster than I can come up with their names. A name for the application. It was a simple side question. Which service do you recommend? Will give you less than 4 hours later. So when we did the test earlier today, they told me, yeah, no, it's working. No, don't forget everything else. It's perfect. It's working. It's, as of now, it's live and it's working. Guess what? They told me, oh, we just finished. Also, to even add to my mind, they already finished a whole analytics system, reports, graphical, heat map, the number, the clicks, the rotation, this is beyond crazy. I have no words to describe my feeling, my excitement, my confidence, my gratitude, and my belief in this team. We've learned a bit. All right. I'm going to step back and allow a couple of you to chime in, and we'll come back to a full closure as we go with the presentation.
Well, thank you, ASH MUfreh, and welcome everybody on the panel. If you are not blown away by what information we've just been having here today, then you're in the wrong place. So let's just clarify a few things that Ash has gone over today for everyone so that we know exactly what he's talking about. Obviously, the YouTubers amongst us here will break it all down. We'll go over it at length and all the rest of it, and we will get into detail a bit more about it. But let's just go over the key points that our Sarah brought out today. The first of it was a surprise to me, and that was the SEC case. I mentioned about it and gave us a little bit of information about how he's had the best lawyers involved with it, and it has been a long period that this has been on, but it's coming to a close now. He was extremely excited about the outcome, and he is going to do a whole set aside webinar to explain the ins and outs, the nitty gritty about all of his. But the bottom is, he's very excited about the decision that's been made so far. I'm over yet, but it is certainly looking extremely good. For those people who thought it was going to be game over for our CEO, ASH MUfreh, and the rest of us, I don't think they're going to be very happy about the outcome there at the moment. We also then went to the journey about the ups and downs and where we've been going. Mistakes have been made. We know these. They've been well documented. But the bottom line of the journey that is really where we're going now. Risks have to be made. I think that is going to be much better than it was before. Now a moment of clarification, he said. Why? Because it really is something that is going to change. We are at a tension. Hard look at ourselves, what work has gone on behind the scenes, but this hasn't deterred us. This is now the moment when it's going to be a of what we are going to have in the future. We've now got a better vehicle to take us to that destination. He is laser blocked. Yes, we've had changed things, but one thing's for sure is that now everything is clear. We've got rid of stuff that we didn't need. And in fact, about the pruning, he mentioned about people that weren't in line with us, so that they need to be let go for the benefit of all of us. But the one thing that is clear about all this, we now have that bold dream in front of us, doubling down on our energy, our experience, and above all, the determination to get to that about the survey. Now, we were all involved in that survey. We all he said, but one thing that blew me away was the commitment we turned and what we were going to say, but more than 3 times the amount of people put that survey. You did it in the millions. Millions of you logged in, not once, several times into your accounts to look or to that survey. All of this analytical data is there for our CEO, ASH MUfreh, and the team to look at. They're going to analyze it. But the take all of that was more than 9% of us go to the, that's incredible figure, really is. And congratulations to our team who put together and to our CEO as well. Is this was our focus, how we are aligning ourselves now with that future. This has to be done with integrity. This has to be done with you in mind. He was talking about this is the thing that really is what everything's about, making sure that you are looked after, that you are safe. He mentioned about building and integrity. Updates, he said, on the team building and all the rest of it will be coming out very shortly. But one thing's for sure is the reason for what went on and how it all occurred is because of your safety. Things needed to be done to protect the business, but more importantly, to protect you within the business. He even went as far as to saying that I pledge to fight for you in this journey. You will be the first, he said, to know when things are there ready for you. He said, this time we are doing it right. We are doing it in a much healthier position with better foundations, and we are laser focused on our dream. He also mentioned about a new product that has only just come to us to use. In fact, today, and this is the rotator, which we're actually on right now. He gave us an example of how good the tech team are. He was speaking with Julie, to the tech team. We need a rotator so that we can put this out onto all the YouTube channels that are out there. And they said, well, what do you recommend to the tech team? He said, hang on a minute. 3.5 hours later, with only one and a half, a guy looking on, said, there you go, Mr. Mufareh, use this. He said, use what? This is our own rotator, unlimited. Have as many URLs in there as you like. You don't have to pay for clicks. You don't have to pay for different URLs. It's just ours. This is now going to be, guess what, product that's there going to be in our arsenal. All the people that are behind the scenes now working for us really are making the difference in this rebirth of the next phase. It's not a remake. It is not a rehash. It is not a sticking plaster that's go vehicle. That vehicle's well and truly dead. The vehicle is blown up. The sides are caving in. The rust has got in. And this is the rebirth of a brand new phase. This is something I'm proud of. And if you heard the excitement in our CEO's voice, you should be excited as well. Why? Because it's all being done for us. Back to you.
Much dread. It's without going into too much duplication, I just want to show that this share by our CEO, where he started out by saying, I'm your friend, speaking from the heart. It just colors everything that this company is about. Talked about clarity, humility, transparency, and renewed purpose. And he did that by very frankly sharing about the SEC case. It was challenging, it was painful and lengthy. And yes, it was a struggle, but it was worth the end of it. The success is going to be actually tell our enemies not so happy, and that we are the ones who were victorious in all of this, because truth wins. This is our dream, our purpose in this world. So that was just one way of the survey. His expectations were low, medium, high, and he told us that it just exceeded every 3 times. It was huge because he had already put a high expectation, right? And it showed that we were and that the team was more motivated, more encouraged by our enthusiastic dedication. And that I think a lot of the world is going to be amazed at the caliber that come into this because they've waited for this their whole lives, right? So then we had this and millions of logins, frequency of visits, the number of people that and it just led to just an absolute solidification of our dedication. And again, he talked about the transparency, about having to prune, having to make sure that everyone here that's on board is fully aligned with this vision, because it's too important to have anything dragging it down. And it was painful, yes, but we pushed through it, done with dignity. So shared that we don't have to be airing our dirty laundry to the world. We want to be very dignified, very clear about values, walking this path forward with us. I mentioned about the new vehicle that we're doubling down, big, bold, beautiful dream. The lessons we've learned, this is one of my favorite things about our CEO, ASH MUfreh, is that he has showed us time and time again that it's much better to underpromise, and he has done this again and again. And this new vehicle, this new journey is going to be exactly the same. When something is ready, fully tested, it will be given, will be rolled out, and it will be rolled out in stages, not all at once, in carefully strategic stages, and then expanded out, which we refer to as stabilize, then scale. All the marketing guru we have at the helm of our ship here, and I trust him fully with this strategy, this way of moving forward. So one of the things that Ash said that was funny was the easiest way to get off your bottom. And he clarified that his team is absolutely in action constantly, 24/7 for benefit. And we are recommitting to the dream, this unbelievable and humbling dream of believing that your average ordinary person on this all around the world in all economic stages is extraordinary abundance in their lives, of being free to expand and do everything that they were put on. Ash's vision is to lift all of us out and lift us higher as a group, and that dream, as he said, is alive and well. And so this is not the end of anything. It's the beginning of absolutely extraordinary, the rebuilding of everything in a better way. And the action for us to take is to not get distracted, stay aligned, stay laser focused on that center of the road, to the goal, right to the dream, because we are building something that we can be proud of, business, but a movement and a legacy building vehicle. And we are doing it right this time. We had to do some pruning and all of that, but we are absolutely on the way to doing something totally amazing. And that that is like over delivering. I could have, oh my gosh. So everybody watching here, this is the way this man rolls. He doesn't even tell us that I didn't even know that we were on and using this product that his team has created literally on the spot for the purpose of this meeting. And I want to do a shout out to Julie Wen and everyone who worked behind the scenes to make this possible, because this was an absolute labor of love to get this going. And I'm so proud to be here with you all. And we could have gone on and on and on about everything that Ash shared, but this is an awesome place to be. Thanks so much, Ash. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Jean and Red. That was fantastic. I would love to hear more, definitely. But time now. And you know what? Take a couple of questions if you don't mind, and then we'll call this a day. All right? We have a lot of work to do. So if the hostess here would help us to, who is interested in any question within the covered in this very session, I'm happy to address that. Thank you so much.
I believe Jeffrey is up. Jeffrey?
By the way, Red, okay,